More than 125,000 students attend public schools in Duval County. It's the 6th largest school system in the state of Florida. But what makes this school system unique is the fact that not a single one of its schools fell below a C grade in 2012. Experts say community involvement is the main reason these students are eager to learn.
Jacksonville's a really neat place where there's a huge alignment between school district leadership, so the superintendent and the school board, nonprofits and all the community partners that are working around education, and then the philanthropic community who has said education is our #1 priority. If we don't get education right, we're not going to be able to fix anything else in this town.
Trey Saar is the president of the Jacksonville Public Education Fund. The organization works to connect research with the community to bring about action in support of public schools.
We spend most of our time trying to figure out how do we inform and mobilize the community of Jacksonville to stand up and speak with a loud voice as to what is the community's viewpoint on what needs to happen in our public school systems.
Here's what they found. Florida is leading the nation in education standards, including ranking first for teacher quality. However, the Jacksonville Public Education Fund believes it still has some work to do.
Part of the reason we've struggled so much in public education, both here in Duval County and across the country, is that the public, in many respects, for a long time abdicated their role to be a partner in school improvement. And I think it's time, and I think Jacksonville is the place where we can see that shift in public education and see that shift in the community's buy-in to public education. And when we put the public back in public education, great things can happen. Duval County faces the same challenges that most other major urban school districts face. We have a high degree of poverty. We have a high degree of students that are not completing high school. And while those numbers, particularly the graduation rate, has increased over the past 5 or so years, we still have a long way to go.
Since 2008, Florida's graduation rate has increased by almost 12%.
Florida's done some amazing things in education over the last 10 years, and we've seen great student academic growth because of it. But in order to continue that growth and accelerate that growth, it's going to take community organizing and community involvement to make sure that the community is coming along with the policymakers at the same time.
One way Duval County schools have seen progress is through a new initiative called One by One. Modeled by a similar and successful initiative in Alabama, One by One held over 161 face-to-face conversations with almost 1,600 community members throughout the region. Their goal was to define Jacksonville's priorities for education.
Out of all that effort, the community narrowed it down to 4 priorities. We need to have great teachers in every classroom and great leaders in every building. We need to educate the whole child, so in addition to reading, writing, arithmetic, that we provide art and music and counseling and access to advanced courses. That we involve families and caregivers and find a way to educate and pull those people into our schools and to be great supporters. And then finally, that we hold our political and policymakers responsible for delivering a high-quality education system.
Today, the conversations are continuing. The community has a strong desire to be involved in decisions affecting education. Saar hopes these meetings are catalysts for change at home and across the state.
I think the future in public education in Duval County is bright. I think this is our moment. This is the chance for our community to come together and say public education is the key to our future. You can ask any business person, any civic leader, any parent, what's the one thing that could hold Jacksonville back or really shoot us into the future, into prosperity and a better community and quality of life for all of our citizens. And every single one of them to a person will say public education.
In the coming months, conversation participants will be invited to reconvene in a series of regional meetings to share the results and narrow the priorities for their respective regions, all in hopes to make Jacksonville a model for a high-quality school system for all students.